Alright, so this is for assignment 2. I already have this loaded up so it looks like this like it's supposed to. Basically from the triangle position color program that we already had, each of the corners I set as a different color, so then it went and slowly did its gradual change back into yellow for each one of these. So each tip is red, blue, green, or purple. And then there's still 8 triangles. All that stuff's still the same, and everything's still set up like it's supposed to be. For number 2, to get each one to be its own color like so, I ended up having to go and make triangles that don't connect to each other for every single one. So there's a total of 18 triangles. This is what it used to be. So then each of these numbers is what it is now. So there's actually 2 vertices at 2, which is right here. Well, there's more than 2 vertices, but there's multiple vertices here, but they all make a triangle, so then they can have a solid color of their own and they don't connect, and they're just overlapping each other. Let's see, we can get rid of this one and this one. And then for number 3, this isn't supposed to work, and you get it working by, first of all, flipping these, because the input layout needs to be able to read it correctly. So if color's first, then it's going to be at the very beginning of the binary array, and then for the position is now going to be the aligned element. So after color, start reading position, and that's how this started working, using these, having colors be first and vectors be second. That's for this one. Number 4, we have her, which we can change this to blue really quick, stop it, go and change it to blue. As it builds, these things take forever to build. Alright, and now it changes, so we're able to easily change it, and that all works fine and dandy. This thing threw me for a loop because in my shader, I guess it didn't really make up my mind that these 2 are red before the vertex is made. So I was thinking this comes after, so instead of having this was the only one that was UN, and then this one I still had as a float, because I was thinking that the pixel data came out afterwards, like this is the pixel data you got, but this is still needs to be a UN, and I was having trouble with that. And then also this is my C buffer, and then I was also thinking this was the array for this specifically, but it's not. It's 4 floats, and then you have 2 items that are in each of those things 4 floats. So that confused me. So then this made a lot more sense because I was just returning active color the whole time. So inside each pixel I'm returning the color of active color, so then there's 2 of them, which is the yellow or red or whatever colors you decide it to be, which is set up here. And then the part that I got confused with was, well, and also I forgot to bring up, these now is a uint, well, UN in here, but then it's an integer here, so it's either 1 or zeros. Zeros being yellow, 1s being reds. And then I'm putting my constant color scheme here and here. And then for the very last one, when I ran it, you get something like this. So then I was like, okay, well, what happens if we change where the center is, or where it thinks that the center is? So if we go and stop this, comment this one out, this one's for the further questions, and you say the center's for X is at the 200, I saw that, okay, it's actually doing it. So the center is like right about here, and it's actually going out like your math says it's supposed to work. And it's because we don't have vertices set up for, this is what I'm thinking at least, and what I was like looking into. We don't have vertices set up. So right now this is just blue background. We have no control over this after we set it up. So if we don't have any vertices that make triangles here, we have no control of the shader that makes out of it. So we can move the center all we want. It's not going to change the background. We would actually have to put a vertex at each corner of the window screen and make triangles out of them, and then we would be able to do this.